Hi everyone, my name is Maria Beth. Welcome to my channel. Today is Twin Flame Tuesday, and we are going to ask your Twin Flame's higher self for advice on how to get into Twin Flame union. And so let's see what your Twin Flame's higher self has to say today. All right, so the first card we got is Wounds. Okay, so so what your Twin Flame's higher self is saying is that your Twin Flame connection is all about being energetic. It's all about energetic. I'm sorry, energetically. It's all about being energetically connected. So what happens is if you have wounds, this gets mirrored back to you from your twin flame. And so you must learn to purge your wounds. I always recommend the emotion code and clearing out your chakras, any kind of energy work, because like I said, actually everyone's on an energetic connection, but it's just on steroids when it comes to your twin flame. Okay, so it's very, very, so I mean, you might notice it's like in any relationship that you're in, when you feel triggered, or if you feel, or if you're, in a relationship with someone, it could be a sibling, it could be your mom or dad, and you feel like something is mirrored back to you that is like a wound or something triggers you. Okay, that's because you haven't healed your wound yet. Okay, and so with the twin flame, like I said, it's on steroids, so they are constantly mirroring back to you what you haven't healed yet. And so what your twin flame's higher self is saying is that you must heal your inner child, you must heal your wounds in order to get into twin flame union. So check out the emotion code, cleanse with the, with energy work. You could do Reiki, you could do it through, I do have chakra clearing. If you look at my description box, that also helps to clear the wounds. All right, the next card you got, it says, when you ask for something that you're not ready for, and then the universe gives it to you, your life will be in turmoil because you weren't ready for it. Wow. Okay. So basically, what your twin flames higher self is saying is that be careful what you ask for now, because if you're not ready, your life will be in turmoil. So what I'm getting from this is that what your twin flames higher self is talking about is, and I've done this too. Okay. So when you get into physical union, when you're not quite ready, because you don't know what you're getting into, you think it's just a normal boyfriend girlfriend situation. And so you get into twin flame union when you're in desire, or whatever it is, maybe even if it's just neutrality. And so what you're doing is you are mirroring back where you're at. Okay, so like I like to tell my story where I was beaten as a child, and so I did not know that I had these inner wounds inside of me. I did not know that I wasn't emotionally connected to myself, because it's just like a strategy you have when you're being beaten, right? You just kind of check out of your body. And so that's what I learned to do. So my twin flame mirrored this out of me. And so I learned to do my inner child work. It's what I had to do. I had to do the work. I had to purge it, because it doesn't go away. It just stays there dormant, and it just gets mirrored back to you, and it triggers you. And so what they're saying is, if you're not willing to do the work and you just go into twin flame union without doing any of the work, and there's more steps than that, by the way, that's just one step, then it'll be I don't know if the word's turmoil, but it won't be a successful relationship. Let's just put it that way. But they're saying that your life will be in turmoil if you allow the universe to give you something that you're not ready for. So it's now's a good time to prepare for union, because knowing that whatever it is that's not healed inside of you must be healed first. Just pay attention to the signs, pay attention, do the mirror work right now with your twin flame. Even though you're in separation, you can still do that. All you have to do is ask yourself, what is triggering me? And then that is what you need to work on within yourself. All right. The next card you got is maturity. It's kind of a theme here. So again, what your twin flame's higher self was just saying is that you must be ready. So you must grow. You must know that you have done the work. You are becoming the highest version of yourself. Okay, and when you're at this level of maturity, when you're healed, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're at the highest version of yourself. That is when you're ready for the twin flame union. That is why they call it the divine feminine, divine masculine, because you're not being your old usual Coca-Cola self. I kind of like what that famous YouTuber talks about, the Coca-Cola relationship, because, it's just your everyday conditional love relationship. It's not your, it's not the divine. It's not a divine sacred relationship because it's all about unconditional love. And when you learn to unconditionally love yourself and unconditionally love your twin flame, now you're at this maturity level, and that is when you are ready to be in twin flame union. All right, the next card you got is relationship dynamics. Kind of the same. I'm sorry about the glare. So kind of the same thing, right? So the relationship dynamics. So it's all about figuring out where you're at. So again, it's an energetic relationship. And so when you're in alignment, okay, so I guess I learned this from someone who talked about how he could see energy and he would see black spots in people's energy. He could tell like what wasn't healed and like woundings that were still trapped in the body. And he would say it actually looks like a bunch of arrows going all over the place as well, like almost like the energy is so chaotic inside that he could see. And then he said, but then there are people who didn't have that and who didn't have those black spots and who did the healing work and cleaned their wounds. And he said that it was like the energy was kind of like up and down, almost like it was almost like flowing. And he would even talk to his students and he would find out that these people were in the flow, like synchronicities would happen for them. Whereas the ones who were not, like the ones who didn't do the work and they were still full of their wounds, they were angry, they were emotional, they didn't deal with their emotions. What he saw was, again, was like that turmoil. Well, their students even told him that they were like their lives were in turmoil, but he could see the energy where it was like a bunch of arrows going in all these different directions, which is very interesting. And so the relationship dynamic has a lot to do with you. So having a relationship with yourself first, okay, and making sure that you're emotionally connected to yourself, that you're unconditionally loving to yourself, and then that gets mirrored back to you in someone else, okay? So that is the relationship dynamic. You can't look to them for your happiness. You have to look within you for your own happiness, and that will get mirrored back to you, is what they're saying. Okay, the next card you got is sexual union. It says, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So what this is saying is that where your eternal soul is, that is where you're connected right now. You are never separated. So your eternal soul, so for instance, I'm asking your twin flames soul right now for advice, okay? And what they're saying is they're already with you. They never left you. Like you're in union right now. You are in union with your eternal soul and their eternal soul. Your soul and their soul are one. And that is where you're connected. And when you really pay attention and honor that place that where you're connected, then it grounds. And as I was saying, and as you purge the wounds and you mature, well, as we all do, because we're all doing it, right? So we're all maturing and we're all becoming the best versions of ourselves, then that will manifest in the physical, is what they're saying. Okay, the next card you got is Archangel Raphael. And this says, the healing angel is with you, supporting and healing work. Well, I see a theme here. So I feel like your twin flame's higher self is really doubling down on this whole wounding thing, okay? And so ask Archangel Raphael to help you. So the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. So call upon the archangels. Specifically, in this case, it could be Archangel Raphael, and ask them to help you heal. Whatever it may be, there's so many different ways. There's so many ways of healing with, like I said, energy work, and there's like Hertz music, and there's so many modalities that you could research. And your higher self wants to talk to you. Your higher self wants you to do a certain way, I guess. And so is what they're telling me. So that's not up to me to tell you like how to heal, but connect with your angels, connect with your archangels, connect with your guides, and they're going to tell you how to heal this. So they're really doubling down on this for the reasonings of perhaps not being in twin flame union at this time. Next card you got is Waves of Prosperity. It says new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. So what they're saying is that, again, it's like you noticing how abundant you already are. just, nurturing yourself. And, and then, okay, so I just told the story of how that man could see people's energies, how he could see where, certain people had that maybe just not healed, energy or wounds inside of them. And that's why they didn't have this type of synchronicity or the flow. And then for those of you who are working on clearing out the wounds, purging the wounds, well, what they're telling me is, first of all, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the collective as well, because we are all one. And so you're actually helping to heal the humanity as well as Gaia. And so when you do this and when you heal yourself and your wounds, you also become more in flow. You also become more in alignment, and you lighten up. So as you purge and when you do the healing work and you're ridding all those trapped emotions, you're getting lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, because right now your body could be heavy with any kind of, it could be any kind of wounds, such as traumas in your life, or I don't know, anything that happened it could even be past life. It could be anything. Anyway, so you're releasing these traumas, cleansing your chakras will help. And again, I have videos down below if you want to do that, cleanse your chakras. I do that for you. And so what happens is your body gets lighter and lighter and lighter, and you rise in vibration and frequency, and you become higher and higher, and that will help you get into twin flame union. But this is also saying, noticing your own abundance, and when you are releasing these wounds, you do become more in the flow, and you do notice synchronicities happening, and things start happening easier, doors start opening, opportunities start happening, and then all this new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you. Okay, and then the last card you got is Fiona. It says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be opening to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So yeah, so what they're saying with this is that, yes. So when you're asking for help, okay, so let's just say, you're very well aware of these wounds that you get triggered, especially by your twin flame. You feel the sadness, this anger, whatever comes up for you, maybe fear of rejection, okay? And so what they're saying is, when you do reach out to, let's say Archangel Raphael for this healing, they said, now you have to be open to receiving it, because they will flood you with these new opportunities. They will flood you with abundance, They will have, they're asking you to honor. So like just what this card said, they're asking you to honor your soul. Okay, so your soul is also going to try to help you, these angels. Okay, and so they're asking you to just be open. And so what that means is being in your divine feminine. So I think a lot of us have an issue with being in our divine feminine. This has to do with, I would say, males as well. And of course, divine feminine, divine masculine have nothing to do with gender. So both male and female have a hard time being in their divine feminine, because that's all about opening up and receiving, being patient, being nurturing. And I think a lot of us, because the world is very patriarchal, and what is valued is go, go, go for what you want, manifest, It's also about giving, it's all about being, so being a giver, okay? So I think we're all pretty good at that, but we're all, not all of us, but some of us are not very good at maybe receiving, being open, being in our divine feminine, so that could be just being still, being still, breathing, yoga, being, doing yin activities, okay? And so so that's what they're telling me. That is going to help you get into twin flame physical union. All right. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If this reading, I should say. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. And if you're interested in a personal reading, please check out my description box below. You can email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. So tomorrow we're going to do Wake Up Call Wednesdays, what you need to hear right now. I will see you then. Thanks. Bye.